and welcome or welcome back to Actually Let's Talk About It with me, your host Lily, and today I will be reacting to the 9th EP or extended play from ATEEZ, so it is called The World Episode 1 Movement. Y'all, we are officially in the world era. It has been a minute, but we have successfully gone through the treasure era, the fever era, and now we are on the world era. And y'all, I am so excited. Everybody in the comments for my last couple of videos has been letting me know like I need to watch certain things before I react to this album. So I do have like I will be watching and reacting to for the first time for the World Episode 1, the Movement official trailer, and then the second official trailer as well, just to get more backstory into this version, this Universe Z or the Halateez world that we're stepping into here. And so then I'm going to get into the actual EP reaction. So y'all, the track listing, oh, there's 7 songs. Okay. And the first song, it's called Propaganda, and I think that's like an intro because it's only 1:17 seconds. Then Sector 1 is the second song on this EP. Then Cyberpunk. I've heard things about Cyberpunk when it's performed live, so I'm definitely going to get into the live performances, but I just want to make sure that I'm like have heard all of the albums or the EPs, extended plays before I do. And then Guerilla, I've reacted to that music video already. And then it's The Ring, and then WDIG or Where Do I Go, and then New Worlds. Y'all, it's about to go down because I love the vibe of Guerilla. Like, oh, like it was something else. Like, I love it. Like, it was giving very much anarchy. I adored it so much. I'm gonna love this era. Like, I already know the world is going to be my favorite era. Okay? I already know. Hands down. No cap. It's going to be my favorite era. I don't care. I already know. I'm already speak it out. I already know it's going to be my favorite era. But yeah, y'all. Like, I can't wait to get into this. And this one, okay, so this album came out last year in July. Yo, literally on the day that I'm reacting to this, y'all. This album came out exactly a year ago. Why? Because today that I'm filming this is July 29th. 2023. This album came out July 29, 2022. What are the odds? Okay, nah, this is cosmic. This was meant to be, because there ain't no way I would be reacting to this album on this day when it's been exactly 1 year since it's been released. That is insane. Okay, that is insane, y'all. That is insane. And no, I did not plan this like that. That is insane. Okay, so we're gonna get straight into this reaction though, y'all, because this meant to be. I'm meant to react to it today. But before we do that, I'm going to give our patrons they love and they shout out. So the first patron shout out just go out to Keisha L. The second patron shout out just go out to Renaya Shannon. And then the third and final patron shout out just go out to Moons Yule. I want to thank you all so much for your support on the Patreon. It really does mean the world to me. And also to the YouTube subscribers, I want to thank you so much for being subscribed to the channel. And if you are watching this on YouTube and you have yet to subscribe, do not forget to subscribe to the channel, because we are on the road to 500 subscribers and the longer road to 1,000 subscribers. And every day we get a whole heck of a lot closer. But yeah, y'all, without further ado, we're gonna get straight into this ATEEZ, like into the trailers, and then we're gonna get into the actual album for the World Episode 1 Movement. But y'all, like, what are the odds? Like, that's crazy. Okay, but yeah, we're gonna get straight into this reaction here. And the first one is the official trailer, the first one. I love this intro that KQ got going on here. It's nice. Yeah. Oh, let me get the subtitles on. Okay, perfect. Movement, the awakening of self. Okay.
완전하기에 우리의 세계는 안전합니다.
Okay.
작은 오차는 곧 균열이고 균열은 곧 고통으로 이어집니다.
Oh.
고통은 삶에 있어서 불필요한 감정이며 부정적인 요소입니다. 우리는 여러분들을 보호하고자 합니다. 균열이 없는 세계는 언제나 아름답습니다.
Hold up. Are they indoctrinating them right now? It is called Prestige Academy. You living your life in your position on the world. So they basically telling them you need to know your place, or we're going to help you remember who you are. Y'all, like this, I do not like this world. It's giving dystopia. It's giving 1984, where the government and the powers that be are controlling everything you do and say. Like, because what the heck is going on with their ears? What's in their ears, y'all? Like, what is that? Why is it glowing? Oh no. I don't like that.
의심하지 마십시오. 당신은 언제나 옳습니다. 당신이 옳기에 의가 옳은 것입니다.
What?
명심하십시오.
That is confusion.
당신을 위해 일합니다.
That don't even make no sense. We're right because you're right.
헌신합니다.
What? What?
모든 것은 당신을 위해 일입니다. 의심하지 마십시오.
Do not question.
언제나
What?
의심하지 마십시오. 의가 옳은 것입니다.
This is like brainwashing 101. This is indoctrination. Like, because they're manipulating them subconsciously and making them think that it's their own thoughts. This is sick. Oh my god, this is sick. And here come Halateez ready to save the world as they should. Because what was that?
의심하지 마십시오.
언제나
의심하지 마십시오.
Oh, they're hacking. Yes. Free the kids.
당신은 스스로를 언제나 의심하십시오.
Yo. Tell them. Y'all, that was... What even was that? Like, what? This is the first trailer, and I'm already heated at this government. Because what was that? Why are you teaching kids that? Like, trying to teach the kids that the government is an extension of themselves. No, it is not. The government works in its own self-interest. Even the most democratic of governments works in its own self-interest. It puts itself before the people. That is the way it is designed. And I'm like, so why are you trying to lie to the kids and saying, we're doing all this for you? Don't ever question yourself, because questioning yourself is questioning the government, and the government is you, and you are the government. Like, they were trying to make it seem like that to trick these kids into thinking that this way of life is normal and right, and this is the best way for them. Y'all, it's giving 1984. I'm telling you, okay? I'm telling you, it is igniting the flame of anarchy in me, because I'm like, nah, ain't no way I would let this government, like, I would take this city down. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. Now I get why they made Guerilla, because this type of government would bring out that response in any person that could think for themselves, that is free from that grip that they're trying to have on the young. They're trying to indoctrinate the young people so that they can become just like obedient, basically, like, I don't want to say like obedient slaves, because that's a completely different, it's not exactly a slave, but like just a robot. You're like a robot, like somebody that cannot think for themselves. Like, you're like not aware, you're unwoke, if you will, like you're not aware of anything going on, you're asleep. They basically want you to be a passenger in your own mind, in your own life, and the government is the driver. I can't even, y'all. That's crazy. That is crazy. But here comes Halateez to say today. They're trying to wake some of these kids up, as they should. I don't know how I would react to that, though. That would just, whew. Now we're going to get into the second trailer. I don't even know what this one's going to bring. Oh, no. I'm just, ooh. Oh, goodness. Okay. Okay. Who are those men with the guns? Is this It is. I think, yeah, that's him. I know my people. Okay. Your song being the hacker. Okay, I like this.
일단 우리가 하는 건 통제 링크에서 벗어나게 해주는 것까지야. 그 다음은 개인의 의지에 맡기는 거지.
Oh.
강제로 끌고 올 순 없어. 두려움이 큰 거니까. 그건 스스로가 어두워만 하는 그들과 다를 바 없는 일이야.
Okay.
익숙해진 통제, 균열을 만드는 것. 모든 것을 거꾸로 틀은 이유가 멈춰져 있던 기계의 심장을 다시 일으키는 기준을 세우고 감춰졌던 감정을 되찾고 사람으로 깨어나게 하는
My son running from the secret police. Oh goodness. This is something else. Whoa. Oh, it is coming down. They burned it. I heard that.
다시 움직이게 하는 것. 그것이 우리가 하고 있는 일이야.
Oh. Okay. Okay. Eyes of the sky. Oh. Yo, this is gonna be so incredible. I want to see how far they go with this story. Okay. I feel it. I feel it. I feel it. Like, yeah, that's it. That's it. Like, I feel it. I feel what they're trying to say here. They're trying to say a lot in a little bit of time, but ATEEZ knows how to do that really well. And the creators behind this Universe C and Universe A storyline, they know how to do it well. Because I like how they're talking about, like how the older man was saying, like if you're just giving them the choice to choose, but you can't make that choice for them, or else you're no better than the government that's already oppressing them. What you're doing is breaking that link that is telling them just one ideology and giving them another avenue that they can choose from. But at the end of the day, they have to choose to be free. You can't make that choice for them. And I think that's really important because I think a lot of people, even in the real world situations, people have to choose to stand up for governments that are oppressing them. You can't make that choice for them. So if they choose to just be complacent and just stand still while they're being trampled over and their rights are being exploited, then that's what they choose to do. And then there's going to be those other few, or those many, who choose to stand up and fight for their rights and choose to not be oppressed or dictated to by the government that is mishandling the community and the people. So I'm like, I think that it's really good that they're showing how you can't force people into this. They really have to choose to be a part of it, and you can't make that choice for them. At the end of the day, they have to choose to see wisdom and awaken themselves. And if they choose to never be awakened, then that's their choice. But at least that choice is before them because now they are aware that they are asleep and the government is trampling all over them. Whether they choose to wake up and go against that government that is taking advantage of them is still their choice. So I really like that. It's really cool to see these trailers before I get into this album because it's about to go down, y'all. Like, it's about to go down. Okay, we're going to get straight into the album reaction now because we have all this background information. Yes. So first song on the album is Propaganda. Let's get into it.
Wake up. Wake up, world. Are you there? It's time.
Ooh. Wow. Wow. Like that. Whew. Okay. Propaganda came through with the intro. Okay. It came through with the intro and the vocals. Now we're going to get straight into we're going to get straight into the story, y'all. Sector 1 is the next song. Again, shout out to the people who make the lyric videos. Ooh. Okay. Ooh. I like how the sound, it changed, y'all. Like, it changed. It's a little bit different now. I like that. Like, it's kind of more, like, kind of like the tempos are different. The vocals are kind of like, they're also different as well, because they kind of have to be, because they're kind of like, how do you say, like, they're definitely getting into the anarchist storyline of Halateez. And so with that comes like a different level of grit that you have to put into the songs that are talking about it. But I think Sector One, ooh, that's interesting. Because they're like talking about awakening the people, about how like the fighters are fighting and the killers are killing, and they are the fighters in Hongju's rap of that, and the killers that are killing is the government. And I'm like, ooh, because I'm like, preventing people from having adequate knowledge to things that they should be knowing about that's going on within their own country and within their own community as citizens is in a way killing a portion of a person, because you're killing off their ability to know what is actually going on and to be able to interpret that and make decisions based off of those facts that they should have access to. So I'm like, And then when he said that, and then it was also mentioned in the song that people were behaving like zombies, like they just didn't have, like, 'cause zombies just exist. They don't really necessarily have a purpose in the way that they're portrayed in media and things like that. They don't really have a purpose. They just exist, and they have like a singular idea, which is to feed off of the like people that are living. And so like the fact that he said like a zombie that has just like they're behaving like zombies, and then now the people that are asleep are just waking up. Like I'm like, ooh, that's deep. Ooh, that's deep. Y'all, there's a lot of gems there, okay? Okay, we're gonna get into the next song. It's gonna be Cyberpunk. I've heard so many things about this song. I need to see what the hype is about. Oh.
사라진 눈으로 사라지지 않아 잊혀진 능력에서 잊혀지지 않아 슬픔은 꿈같이 같은 송사의 마음 무엇도 느낄 수 없는 이곳은 불러 like 잠들어 있는 이곳은 frozen like
Whoa. What? Whoa. Whoa, like, y'all, like that Cyberpunk. I don't know about the live performance of Cyberpunk, but the song itself is giving dystopia. Sad dystopia. Like, this is another sad boy song on a really upbeat beat. Okay, like, it's sad. Like, they're really talking about how this government has deluded the people, has corrupted the environment. They said manipulated the skies, manipulated the stars, manipulated time. All that they keep saying is lies. And I'm like, I'm not sure about how this live performance is looking for Cyberpunk, but these lyrics, it's deep, okay? It's describing very much a totalitarianistic government, or totalitarianistic government. And they are really out here selling fantasy and spreading misinformation and calling it facts and keeping the facts away from the people. Like, you can easily connect that to real world situations, easily, without even too much thought, even here in the States. Even though it's supposed to be a democracy, there are certain branches, certain parties within our government that purposely will spread misinformation to their followers and present them as facts and say that the facts are lies. So I'm like, yeah, this is deep. Cyberpunk may actually be like one of my favorite songs though. Okay, so far I'm like, Cyberpunk might be my favorite. Might be my favorite off of this album. But it's giving very much. And then also the way that they kind of like went through the scales in certain portions, like with the vocal line, not the rap line, but the vocal line, went through the scales when they were singing certain portions of the song, like how it like progressively like dropped. Like it was like their vocals were going down steps. Like they were like, I'm like, okay, the scales, the technique behind that, come on now. Okay. I'm like, I love that because how it ties into how the government controls what people say, and the way that the scales went like methodically down. I'm like, oh, that was smart. Whoever thought to do that, like, that was cool. That was really cool. So yeah, y'all, that Cyberpunk might just be my favorite though. But now we're gonna get into Guerilla, because Guerilla is also one of my good. I love this vocal. I ain't gonna lie. Okay. Cyberpunk is still holding first for me, but Guerilla right next to it. Right next to it. Okay, like they in this. Till the battle is won. They in this. And I'm like, I feel it because like like the emotionless line, I was like, ooh, like you're not supposed to feel emotion. It's giving very much 1984. And I'm like, and I think when you read like certain books, and the crazy part about 1984, it was written in the early 1900s, before the year 1984 was even imaginable. And this man was writing about the same thing that ATEEZ is singing about, a totalitarianistic government controlling every aspect of your life. He even wrote about like controlling your phones, because he somehow knew that we would have TVs that were different than the TVs that they had back then, and phones that were different than the phones that they had back then, that would have like computerized screens on them. I'm like, I don't know how that man knew all that, but he knew it. He wrote it in a book. And it was just crazy because 1984 was very much a book I would recommend reading, regardless of whatever language you speak. I believe it's available in most languages as of right now because it's such a popular book. And it's very much the reason why I started to, that book led me to like question even, because in the States we have a democratic bipartisan government, and it really started making me question the intent behind a lot of things that our local and state and federal governments do, because sometimes the intent does not justify the means. And the intent is sometimes very much misguided and convoluted, and it has nothing to actually do with the community or the people. It's really just for people in power to get richer off of the backs of the people that they're supposed to be serving. And I'm like, yeah, and we're seeing it a lot. We're seeing it actually play out in real time in American politics right now, because a lot of these politicians on either side, does not matter which party you're affiliated with, do not care about the American people. At the end of the day, they care more about lining their pockets and increasing their wealth than they do about the people that they're supposed to be elected to serve. And I'm just like, and that baffles me, but it's not surprising. You know, it's just really, I guess at this point, just irritating, because I'm like, we really do need people to be paying more attention to certain vulnerable communities within American society. And our government is just not doing that, whether it be on a federal, state, or local level. They're just not caring enough. And, you know, it's kind of crazy. And I'm like, and hearing it in these lyrics, like, that's why people are protesting. That's why people are, you know, like writing to their congressmen and things like that in the States, because it's just not getting better. That's the unfortunate part about it. It's either at a standstill, or in some areas it's getting worse. And like, that's the crazy part about it. I mean, like, even here in California, we just had, for our city, we had someone who was in a position of power who was basically saying that he's going to start criminalizing homeless people for being homeless. And I'm like, with taxpayer money, and they're going to just start throwing people in jail for being homeless. And I'm just like, what sense does that make? Why aren't we just making a building when we have all this empty land that the government can buy with taxpayer money and build a building to house them? Like, it's really that simple. And I'm like, I don't understand why you can't do that. You think that just criminalizing it will get rid of the problem instead of actually helping solve the actual issue, which is that rent is too high and people can't afford to live. Like, they can't even afford to rent an apartment. Like, a 1-bedroom where I live, unfortunately, is like a lot of money. Okay? Like, it's like $2,000 now. Between $1,800 to $2,000. Yeah. USD. Okay? So, I'm not sure how much that would be in like whatever country y'all are from that are watching this, but it's a lot of money. And the average person doesn't make that with just their one job. They would have to roommate. And if you don't have anybody you can roommate with, then you can't qualify, because you have to make 3 times the rent. In some cases, 3.5 times the rent in order to qualify to rent. And I'm like, yeah, so that's what's going on. And it's very similar to some of these lyrics that they say in here, even though technically the States isn't a totalitarianistic government, the issue remains the same. That's all I'm saying. But yeah, Guerilla got me. It got me. Especially with them saying that they want to awaken the people. I'm like, yep. Like, people are being awoken, because you have to be awakened, awoken, however you want to say it. You have to be, because if these governments catch you sleeping, they gonna definitely take advantage of it. That's all I'm gonna say. They gonna definitely take advantage of it. And then the next song is called "The Rain." Ooh, like, I love this vibe. Yeah, this is my type of vibe. Ooh. Oh, okay, okay, okay. Like The Ring. Now I might like it more than Cyberpunk. Okay, so it's The Ring and then it's Cyberpunk. Okay, and then it's Guerilla. Okay, cause like what? Okay, what? When I said murder, I'm like, is it though? I'm like, cause if the government out here trying to get you for spreading the truth, and you get them first, is it really? I don't know, but either way, I see it as self-defense. I'm like, because the government out here trying to sell lies to the people, you trying to awaken the people, and then they out here trying to kill you. Okay, so in that regard, that seems like it's self-defense to me. But okay, it's making sense now. While the world episode 2 is called Outlaw. Now it's okay, starting to make a little bit more sense why that is happening there. Okay, starting to make a lot more sense why that is happening there. Okay, but the ring, they wasn't playing with nobody. They like, we got to stand up to this oppression. We got to call it out. We got to defend ourselves against these crazy government officials who are trying to come at us for calling it out. But we're going to still get the job done at the end of the day because we got to do it. We got to do it, okay? Like he said, I'm not okay. I'm not okay with this government acting like this and confusing and lying to the people. I'm not okay. I'm not okay with that nonsense. And we go spread the word, the truth, and let the people decide for themselves what they want to do after they know it. I'm loving ATEEZ for this. I love it. Yes, okay, they sticking it to them. And then the next song is WDIG or Where Do I Go?
우리가 봤지 물속같이 다시 또 무너져가네 Oh yeah 예민없지 Get it low 빛을 잃어간다 Oh yeah 빠지고 빠졌지 뺏은 건 작업을 담배 욕망에 빠져들고 돌아다 Oh yeah 움직여 거려 위험해 손을 넘어 away 회의하잖아 하얀 불꽃이 먼저 제 만남은 paradise Leave me alone 터질 듯한 세상 속에 점점 날 잃어가 Diving deep Diving deep Where I go 어디로 깊은 곳으로 빠져들고 있는지 이미 카메라만 봐서 나는 봤었어 There's no monster 힘이 되는 monster 외로워 내로 계속 와 어디서 향해 내 홀라 내가 아닐지도 몰라 거울에 비친 모습이 텅 비어 보여 힘 없었다는 나는 대체 어디든지 하얀 불꽃이 번져 제 만남은 paradise 터질 듯한 세상 속에 점점 날 잃어가 Diving diving 깊은 곳으로 빠져들고 있는지 이미 Somebody take me away 희망을 해주고 난 벗어나래 힘내는 모습으로
Okay. Because now they kind of like on the run. Because, you know, they've been causing havoc after the events of Guerilla, okay? And the ring kind of solidified that, okay? So they like, where do we go from here now that we've like done what we're supposed to do here, and now we're like on the cusp of, you know, like the government kind of tracking them. Where do they go? Because they get deeper and deeper into the entanglement of how deeply rooted the roots that the totalitarianistic government has planted. And they're like, where do we go from here? I'm like, I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it. Because, you know, you gotta kind of reevaluate after you do something big like that. Especially like after the events of the music video for Guerilla. Like that was, they did a lot. They did a lot of damage. And they even, like one boy in the class from Prestige Academy even came to them after, because he decided he wanted to like know more about the truth. And I'm like, it's a good question that they're asking. Where do we go from here? Like how many other places? Because I think what place that they're in is just one city, if I'm not mistaken. So they're like, where else do they have roots in the people like this? And what can we do to help them? I'm like, good questions. Very good questions. Okay, I'm like, I don't know the answers, but you know, very good questions. And then now we have New World.
Where we going, no one knows it, we just going right. For the glory, for victory, we can fight or night. Although me, 거쳐지는 나들기, 매일 충분한 스피드 나를 따르며. It's the time. Open up your eyes, open up your eyes, open up your mind, open up your mind, all your world. Can't you feel the storm? Can't you feel the storm? Can't you see me now? Can't you see me now? All your world. 천둥처럼 깨워 세상을 위하여. 처럼 막을 수 없어.
Okay.
사람들의 눈물이 가슴을 이루고 외면하려 하는 모든 걸 Oh no 이젠 제자리로 돌아가야만 해 화산 같은 뜨거운 Oh 영혼의 소리 들어 고통이 울림 Playing hesitating, playing dating Go to hiding, go to fighting 조그만 불빛 끓이자 이거 들기 없듯이 해 지겨봐왔던 걸 봐 눈앞에 펼쳐진 이 Take your follow 나를 이끌고 come through 진행이 원할 거야 새로운 시대가 Open up your eyes, open up your eyes, open up your mind, open up your mind, all new world. Can't you feel the storm? Can't you feel the storm? Can't you see me now? Can't you see me now? All new world. 천둥처럼 깨워 세상을 위하여. 처럼 막을 수 없어. We can make a new world. We can touch a new world. 여긴 아무도 볼 수 없어 노력은 나와 see 그 세계가 눈앞에 꽃가던 시세 쓰는 세계를 준비해 그리 닥쳐 순간을 지나 위에 조성 생각해 눈물을 고자며 열정은 파괴 여자 캐치를 봐 일어나 망설이지 말고 내 손을 잡아 Open up your eyes, open up your eyes, open up your mind, open up your mind, all new world. 천둥처럼 깨워 세상을 위하여. 처럼 막을 수 없어. 천둥처럼 깨워 세상을 위하여. 처럼 막을 수 없어.
Okay. Y'all, and then like that's it. That's it. Oh, okay, like, cause ain't no way. Ain't no way. Okay? Ain't no way. Ain't no way. Like New World is really that girl. That one. Okay? Why? Because it's basically saying that they were successful in what they were trying to do since the start of the EP with propaganda and what it was displayed that they were trying to do with the trailers for this that World Episode 1 movement. So they were successful, but it only shows this one city, okay? This one place. And I'm not sure how it works in the Halateez world or the Universe Z, but it just doesn't seem like this is where the government control ends. It just seems like this is just the beginning. But they did manage to dismantle a large portion of the government's control in this particular place. But now you have the option where they're like, it's a whole new world. You gotta open up your eyes, open up your mind. It's a whole new world, like they said in the song. So they are giving the people the option to choose what they will do, who they will follow, and basically who they will become now that they have the option to choose and are not just force-fed one option. And so I'm like, it's going to be interesting to see. But having seen the Halateez music video now, it makes sense why, like, the witnesses were behaving the way that they were in that music video, because basically Halateez did everything, like destroyed everything that the government had created, but then left to go to the next place, what I'm assuming. But the people that they left behind had to kind of like forge their own belief system in that absence of them. So I'm like, how is this going to work out going into the basically like the next, like, because it's not even an EP, like the witness or the ATEEZ, like the witness. I do know that like that particular, well, it's called a bit off from the witness. So that particular, I don't want to call it an album because it's like an LP. So because it's kind of like what they call like a single album. So spin off from the witness, I will react to next because it's in between this EP and the World Episode 2 Outlaw EP, and it has Halateez on it and other songs as well. So we're just gonna see the different information that you get from that album. So I'm gonna see, because they have a few, like, I already seen the track list for this particular single album, and it's their first single album that they've made. So it's kind of like an in-between the events of the World Episode 1, The Movement, and the World Episode 2, Outlaw. So I am going to react to that next, and then we're going to get into the World Episode 2, Outlaw, and then we'll be all caught up on ATEEZ. But yeah, like, I'm really interested into seeing what more information we're going to get about the witnesses, because it just seemed like Halateez left this particular place after they destabilized the government. But I don't think they like kind of left anything for the people that were left behind to kind of go off of. They just had to go to the next place, and that created the environment that set up the Halateez world for the witnesses. So that's what I'm thinking. That's how I'm thinking is tying together. But yeah, y'all, let me know your thoughts in the comments. But I really like this EP, but I have to say that my favorite songs, my 3 favorite songs, is definitely Cyberpunk. But Cyberpunk is not number 1. It's number 2. The Ring gets the honorary number 1 spot for this particular EP that they made. And then, yeah, Cyberpunk. And then I think we're going to have to keep it with Guerilla, because it's The Ring, Cyberpunk, and Guerilla. These are the 3 for me out of the 7 songs. I really like those. But yeah, y'all, that is my reaction to ATEEZ The World Episode 1 Movement, their extended play or their EP. And I'm like, I love it. I can't wait to get into the next one. Okay, I can't wait to get into the next one, because I'm interested in how Universe C is going to play out versus how Universe A or the Pirate ATEEZ storyline played out. And we still have more that we will probably be getting with intersections between the 2 universes, but I'm excited to see what more insight they're going to give us to Universe C with Halateez. So yeah, y'all, if you have stayed until the end of the video, I want to thank you so much for watching. And if you're watching this video on YouTube and you are subscribed to the channel, I want to thank you so much for being a subscriber. And if you're watching this on YouTube and you have yet to subscribe to the channel, do not forget to subscribe to the channel. And if you're watching this on Patreon, I want to thank you so much for being a patron. Your support does mean the world here to me. And y'all, I will be back with the next reaction or the next revisit or the next whatever else type of video I post on the channel or the Patreon. But until then, y'all, I'll see you on the next video. Bye.